Here's a strange fact. Some of the most mentally stable people in the world don't care about sports at all. No team loyalty, no emotional meltdown after a loss, no weekend schedule built around a match. And psychology has a very uncomfortable explanation for why. If you're someone who doesn't obsess over sports, people probably call you boring or weird or not fun. But what they don't realize is that your brain works completely differently. Not better, not worse, just different. And once you understand this difference, you'll never see sports fans or yourself the same again. Quick question. Why do millions of people cry over a football match, but can't name the last time they cried over their own life? Identity without a team. Sports gives people something powerful, an identity. I'm a Madrid fan, I'm a Lakers fan, I'm a Liverpool fan. It becomes who they are. Psychologists call this social identity fusion, when your sense of self melts into a group. But people who don't obsess over sports don't build identity that way. Their identity comes from their goals, their ideas, their personal progress. So when something goes wrong, they don't feel like they lost because their ego isn't attached to a logo. That one mental shift alone changes how they experience life. And here's where it gets deeper. People who don't obsess over sports are far less emotionally manipulatable. Emotional regulation. Sports is emotional regulation on easy mode. You get stress, you get excitement, you get anger, you get relief, all delivered in a safe package that has nothing to do with your real problems. People who don't rely on sports have to regulate emotions differently. They usually journal, think, create, work on personal projects, or simply sit with their feelings. That's uncomfortable, but it builds real emotional control. So while a hardcore fan may explode over a referee decision, the non-sports person stays calm during real-life chaos. This next part makes some people angry, but it explains a lot about relationships. Attention and presence. Sports obsession hijacks attention. Entire weekends disappear, conversations pause, phones come out, life stops. People who don't obsess over sports are present in a way others struggle with. They notice conversations, they listen deeply, they remember details, and because they aren't emotionally drained by constant highs and lows of matches, they bring steadier energy into friendships and relationships. That's why many partners quietly prefer the non-sports person, even if they never say it out loud. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Sports fills a psychological void, meaning and purpose. For many people, sports becomes purpose by proxy. Their team's victory feels like their own success. But people who don't obsess over sports can't borrow meaning that way, so they're forced to create meaning themselves. They chase skills, business ideas, creative projects, personal growth, knowledge. That makes their life harder, but also far more intentional. And this explains why non-sports people often feel out of place in the world. Social dynamics. Sports is social glue. It gives strangers something instant to talk about. Without it, you don't always fit into casual group conversations. So non-sports people become observers, deep thinkers, listeners, or quiet creators. They build fewer connections, but much deeper ones. But here's the paradox. Not obsessing over sports can quietly make you more successful. Time and cognitive capital. Think about the hours, matches, analysis, debates, highlights, news, arguments online. People who don't obsess over sports redirect that attention into learning, working, planning, building. Over years, that time compound effect becomes massive. It's not about intelligence, it's about where your mental energy goes. Now listen carefully. This doesn't mean sports is bad. It means obsession has a cost. Actionable insights. If you don't care about sports, stop apologizing for it. You're wired for focus, depth, emotional stability, and long-term growth. If you do obsess over sports, keep enjoying it, but be aware of the psychological trade-off. Here's the mind-blowing part. The people who change the world rarely argue about who won last night's game. They're too busy building something that will matter long after the cheering stops.